What's up, everybody? It's Irate-Marauder here. Take off my glasses so you can see the glare. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm spitting one of the albums I'm going to be talking about today. It's a double review. I decided to do out here because, you know, I don't know. It's different and no one's home, so whatever. So, this is the first song off the album, and if you can guess what it is, you know, you're pretty smart, or you're just looking at the track listing. First off, we're going to be doing a double review of Meet the Beatles, the first US album. What the fuck you barking at? Dirty dog. And then the Beatles' second album, a recent pickup for me. And I'm going to specifically talk about the ones I have on record. So, the versions I have on record. So, really, it's going to be, I'm going to be talking about the mono version of the Beatles' second album. And if it sounds kind of weird, the record player out here, we have two in our house. There's one out in the dining room. And that one, the sound is a little bit more sped up. And the one in my room, it's fine. But I like the sound actually a lot because it's kind of, you know, it's kind of like throwback. So, mono and a stereo version. And I'll tell you, I got this one for $10 around WrestleMania 30. Yeah, it was the day before WrestleMania 30, if you're a wrestling fan. It was the Hall of Fame day. And we went to our first time to not a local record shop, but it was like 40 minutes away. So we went to a record shop, it was 40 minutes away. First time we went there, and I got this. It was pretty good for $10. So this I got 2 days ago. Yeah, like 2 days ago for $5. Originally it was going to be 10, so it says down there. If it looks like I'm not looking directly at the camera, I'm using this on the iPad, and I'm looking at the middle to see how I am. So don't worry about it. Whatever. Who fucking cares? Get on the review. This album. Now how I do my reviews. This is Meet the Beatles. How am I going to do the review? Well, I like to do my reviews very basic. I don't like to get into too much detail, because if I get into too much detail, it kind of bores people. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to talk about if I like the song, if I have any problems with the song, if there's something wrong with the quality, or anything like that. So, and I'm getting text messages. I'm not going to check them until maybe in a minute. So, let's talk about this. For those who want to see the label of the second album, it's the same one as this. It's the same rainbow capital logo. This one does have a sticker on it. This one has a bird mark and a couple, like a bird mark on one of the songs. Doesn't matter. And I know who that is now. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty good. This is an original, I'm pretty sure, and it's in pretty good shape. You know, the cover is a little worn. The back is a little bit dirty. I'll take out the back for you guys because you guys are cool, I guess. So, we're just going to go off the song list, because I actually have to take the cover out. I just don't want it to be silent out here because the AC's on, if you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me, or else this recording will be a bust. But I just didn't want it to be too silent. Let me turn that a little bit. Okay, I hope you can still hear me. So yeah, there it is. Sit back. Let's just go down the track list. Actually, I'm very picky today. The quarter's a little bit fucked up, but you know, who really cares? My phone went off again if you hear that. You know who you are if you're texting. Actually, you know what? We're going to talk about the track list. There's 12 songs on here. Yeah, it's from the same person. I'll mute it so you guys can hear. This is so professional. I'm not even going to edit it. Fuck it. YOLO. Let's say that. Anyway, 6 songs per side. Let's go down the list. First song, I Want to Hold Your Hand. I would say their first big hit over here. I like it. I love the song. But, again, even though I didn't say anything before that, it's very overplayed, and it's very overhyped. Because it's very basic, and it's one of the earlier tracks, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of the track. I mean, I love it, but it's very, very overplayed and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, it fits well in the album though, so I saw her standing there. Very good track. I like it. On here, I think it fits better than maybe on Please Please Me. I think Please Please Me uses the track well, but I feel like it's a little, I don't know, the sound is a bit weird for the rest of the album. The rest of the album isn't like as fast pop, you know what I mean? So it fits better here. This boy, a track which I don't think was ever released on a UK album, of my knowledge I'm thinking of right now. Yeah, I actually really love the track. I love John's vocals, and I do consider it a John song, even though it's with Paul, George, and John. I consider it a John song because of the vocals he does. It won't be long. Really good track. Nothing else really. All I've got to do, probably a really underrated track, but still it's very good. All My Loving, overrated track, but I really do like it. And overrated in the sense that it's been played a lot, it's been covered a lot, and it's just mentioned a lot, so whatever though. Still pretty good. That's the end of side one. Side one I'd probably give a 9 out of 10, something like that. Don't Bother Me starts off side 2, and I love that track. It's a very good George track. I actually put that on my personal Best of George Harrison of the Beatles playlist. I'm not going to talk about those playlists. I upload pictures to my Facebook. It's just playlists of what I think are the best songs. Little Child. I like it. I don't really listen to it a lot. But yeah. Till There Is You, a very nice track. I think it's very good on the second side. It kind of calms things down before it gets back into the swing of things, you know what I mean? It fits it very well. Hold Me Tight. Pretty decent. I don't really have a problem with it. So, yeah. I Want to Be Your Man. It's one of the best Ringo songs because it's one of the only Ringo songs, to be completely honest. But when it comes down to this and the Rolling Stones version, I actually like the Rolling Stones version a little bit better. I just like it a lot better. I think Mick Jagger does the vocals. Don't get, if I said it wrong, don't be like, oh, you're such an asshole. But, you know, I don't know. I just like Mick Jagger a lot better than Ringo on the vocals. And then Not a Second Time. Pretty solid album closer. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say. I mean, this album's been talked about a lot recently because of the 50th anniversary. And, you know, it's good. Side 2 I'd probably give an 8 out of 10, and then overall, I'd give the whole album a 9 out of 10. And it's a classic either way. I mean, every Beatles album is a classic somehow, except for, like, the Beatles Story. The Beatles Story is not a Beatles album, in my opinion. Even though it was put out by Capitol and stuff like that, I don't consider it a Beatles album. That's kind of like saying, I don't know what it's like saying. I was trying to think of a good example. Yeah. Anyway, 9 out of 10. Meet the Beatles. If I didn't say that already. Anyway, Beatles' second album. This is going to switch 2 songs. Okay. So this is Beatles' second album. When I got to someone wrote on it, no big deal. I don't really care. But oh wow, that's weird. Oh yeah, sorry. It looks like I'm bending down. I'm keeping the record sleeve, like the plastic and the sleeve actually keeps the records. I'm trying to keep it up, but this one doesn't have the record in, so it's harder to keep up than the last one. Anyway, Beatles' second album. The one I listen to more, probably. That's it. That's the back. Very psyched to get this for $5, because usually when I find mono pressings of the Beatles albums, it's a lot more than $5. But you know, it's in really rough condition. You know, if I see an upgrade copy for like 10, I'll pick it up. But right now, I'm perfectly happy with this. You know, because I also got the MP3 versions, so I usually listen to MP3s a little bit more, just because they're a little bit more accessible. But I love my records just as much, so, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not like I'm bashing records, or I say MP3s are better, they're not, vinyls are much better. But I listen to MP3s a lot more because, you know, they're on the iPad, and they're on everywhere else, so it's kind of like easier to access, and it's a lot less work. And this isn't a lot of work either. Put the record on, you turn the fucking player on, you put it on 33 speed, and then you just put the needle on. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, enough rambling. Side 1, Roll Over Beethoven. Up in my top 5 of favorite George songs. A very, very awesome cover of Chuck Berry. Thank You Girl. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. A lot of these I'm not really going to talk about a lot. You Really Got a Hold on Me. Pretty good. I like how it's not as fast-paced as the other songs, and I like how it's a little more slowed down. It's very nice. Devil in Your Heart, another great George song. Yeah. Money. Probably John's finest song of '63. Yeah. You can't do that. Pretty good. I don't know what to really say about these that hasn't been said already. So, Long Tall Sally, for a long time, was my favorite Paul McCartney song from the Beatles, but it's not. It's not anymore. I don't even know my favorite Paul McCartney song from the Beatles, but you know, there it goes. You can't do that. I Call Your Name, pretty decent from what I remember. Oh, side 1, I'll give it 10 out of 10. Very, very awesome. I Call Your Name, pretty good song if I remember right. Please Mr. Postman. It's a really, really great cover. You know, I don't really have a lot to say about it. It gets kind of annoying in parts. It's a really great cover, but like when it's like, oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Like, I don't know, I've heard that like 30 times, and it's kind of annoying. But, you know, you get kind of used to it. Whatever, though. It's still a great song. I'll Get You. I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head. I really, oh wow. I cannot remember that song. That's pretty bad. Not that the song's bad. I think it's pretty good. I just can't remember anything of the song. I'm drawing a blank here, sorry. I don't want to get copyright, so I'm kind of talking over the music. Which I should get copyright, whatever. Last song, She Loves You. Overplayed to hell. Very overplayed. But if I was to choose between She Loves You and I Want to Hold Your Hand, it's She Loves You. It's very obvious. Anyway, though, what would I give side 2? I'd probably give it an 8. Looks like all side 2s are really getting an 8 today. Whatever. So, it's the back, it's the cover. What would I give it overall? I'm giving this a 10 out of 10 it deserves. It's a lot better than the first album, in my opinion. And I would probably put it in the top 5 US albums of all time. US albums from the Beatles, not just... but maybe in the top 10 Beatles albums of all time period, too. I don't know, I like the compilation. It's a very solid compilation. So yeah. Beatles. We're gonna let this side finish and then I'll end the video. Meet the Beatles. Really good. Beatles' second album. Much better. 2 classics. If you don't have them, you could probably get them for 15. I'll sell them to you for 15. It's good. I'm not selling. This is my own personal collection. Irate-Marauder here. I'm signing out. Side's over. Now suck my